All right, we'll begin with the opening statement. Ms. Martinez, you're on the list first, that's why.
I'm a shorty. My name is Rebecca Martinez. I am running for the 4th Court of Appeals at place number 7, lucky number 7. I am a graduate of Boston University School of Law. About 20 years ago, I'm the only candidate that's clerked for both a federal magistrate judge and a United State appellate judge on the 13th Court of Appeals. I've got about 20 years of practical legal experience. I've represented both plaintiffs and defendants, and the San Antonio Express-News endorsed me quite recently this week because they felt, as many do, that I am the most experienced and qualified for the Court of Appeals. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you. Ms. Samaniego?
Well, good evening, and thank you so much for coming out. I'm hungry. I don't know about y'all, so I'm hoping this goes fast. I'm Carmen Samaniego, and I'm running for 4th Court of Appeals, Place 7. I'm from Bexar County. I've been educated here, went to UTSA, St. Mary's Law School. My family's from here. My father had his medical clinic over on the west side on Buena Vista for 45 years. We've been dedicated to this community, and I believe in service. I like the way that this evening started with the prayer, community first, self second. I walk that walk. I served last year in Pakistan. I'm a practicing attorney. I do elder law. I believe in representing the underrepresented, the underprivileged, and the people who normally no one likes to look at. I do guardianships, and I have great respect from my fellow colleagues in this legal community.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll start with you, Ms. Samaniego. I know the appellate court system is different from the other Bexar County courts. What makes you qualified, or why do you want to run for this position, or why do you think? What changes did you want to make, or?
Well, one of the changes I think I would like to make is that we run in 32 counties. This is an appellate court, and nobody knows what the heck we do, and it's actually a very, very important court. It affects everyone's lives, everyone's everyday lives. We do criminal and civil cases. We hear the cases that these fine people who are running for judge, if an appeal goes up, if an attorney doesn't like the decision that's been made, if some error's been made either in the trial level, in the trial or on the bench, they take it up on appeal. We need to connect better with the community and let people know what we do and what we stand for. The laws that come out of the Court of Appeals are laws that stand in place. We have legislative law and we have common law, and everyone is bound by them, and we need to do a better job of communicating and letting people know what it is that the Court of Appeals stands for. We also need to go out to the communities and hold court. We're all the way down in Starr County, and we need to have a more mobile court as well.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Martinez?
Again, I've been practicing law for about 20 years now. In my practice, I've represented both plaintiffs and defendants, families, individuals, class actions, both in state and federal court. And I think that experience, having been on both sides of the V, enables me to offer at the table, at the Court of Appeals level, a more fair and balanced approach to the decision-making that occurs up on the Court of Appeals. For those of you who don't know, the 32 counties that the 4th Court of Appeals district represents is pretty much half of South Texas. If you go up 281, it's just split it in half. Everything along the border and issues that arise from those are very important. And I think it's also very important that we have adequate representation on the court of that diversity of opinion and experience. Currently, it's in my opinion that the Court of Appeals is heavily weighted towards those who have insurance defense backgrounds, ties to a lot of conservative issues, and I think that that's something that we need to get balance back on our Court of Appeals. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Martinez, do you want to go ahead and give your closing statement?
Well, I think in my experience being out there, I was in the courtroom this morning, and I was at the polls this afternoon, and back in my office before coming and attending this event with you. My biggest desire is to try to improve voter outcome or voter participation. Justices and judges, for the most part, are not the sexiest people on the ballot. But I think it's very important for voters to become aware of the importance of the right to vote. And I hope that each and every one of you, and those of you who are online listening, that it's important that we reach into our pocket and take out our cell phone, call everyone that we know, make sure that they've exercised their right to vote. We as women, have gone through a history of having to be challenged with our right to vote, and we certainly, blood, sweat, and tears, challenge that right to vote, and we should exercise it more frequently. And I really encourage everyone to make sure they vote this week during early voting, if not on Election Day on the 29th, and never vote alone. Take a comadre, take a friend, take a neighbor, but just go to vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Samaniego.
Well, I'm asking for your vote. I'm known as a lawyer's lawyer, and what that means is that attorneys call me when they want to bounce something around, when they need advice, when they want research. I help ghost a lot of appeals for attorneys, and that's the type of person that you need up on that bench. I'm very well respected in the legal community. I've been the head of the Women in Law section for the state bar. I've been selected by the Bexar County Women's Bar as an outstanding young lawyer, even though I went to law school a little bit later in life. And that's the type of person that you need on the bench. As I had mentioned, I served in Pakistan, and I agree with Ms. Martinez. We need to exercise our right to vote. I serve as an auditor there for the Inspector General, and people are losing their lives just to have the right to vote. And we should not take that for granted at all. I do encourage y'all to go talk to your friends, your family, regardless of how you vote, which side of the docket, whether it's an R or a D, whether it's me or for her. Please vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for coming this evening. We appreciate that.